this is wild, and you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing, okay? A 7900 XTX graphics card, which usually goes for $1,000, although typically they've been around 900. Yes, it's sitting on Amazon for $450 right now. This just is too good to be true. Here was my reaction when I first saw it. I'm so confused. I am so freaking confused. And I was like looking at deals like, oh, a 6800 is $400. Well, what if you could pay $50 more and get an XTX? What is happening? And then also, if you look up a 7800 XT, this card, I don't know what's happening here. This Sapphire Nitro card, this is a good model of graphics card. Literally $360 right now. What is happening? I feel like I'm going insane. What am I looking at? What am I, did somebody mess up? I mean, literally one of my first thoughts was just like, oh, I could at least buy a few of these and then resell them for like $800 or something like that. And that would still be a good deal to people. I'm going to buy this right now. I might buy two. At the very least, I can resell it. But as any logical person would be, and I hope you would be too, and that's kind of why I'm making this video, to bring awareness to a situation like this that could be going on Amazon, especially when there are so many sales going on the website with Amazon Prime Day. What I did is I emailed the company. I emailed Sapphire, the people who make the graphics cards. And what I did is I just said, hey, I was browsing Amazon Prime Day deals on 7900 series graphics cards or 7000 series graphics cards. And I was like, these deals feel too good to be true, because I was seeing some specific things. I was seeing, yes, this 7900 XTX for $455. That was just one of them. I was seeing a 7900 XT for $400, a 7800 XT for $350. And that just seemed like too much. And the alarm bell is going off in my head when I saw this. This is what the seller looked like on Amazon. Like what? I was like, this doesn't look right. But part of me was also curious, and the reason I was asking them was like, oh, do you need to make a specific seller if you're doing a Prime Day deal? That doesn't really make sense. But I was running through some weird loopholes in my head in order to justify this. And I was like, well, if this isn't real, I'd like to be able to report it that something is going wrong here. My assumption here is that this is probably too good to be true. And it definitely was, because if you go over to the Amazon page now, this is only a few hours later after I saw those deals. It was like a flash thing. It's corrected. This card is now going for $920. Interesting situation to be in. Now the seller is correct. I actually kind of wonder if they got hacked or something like that, because now it says ships from Amazon and sold by Amazon. And because this is actually Sapphire, the people who make the graphics cards, they work through Amazon. It shouldn't really be going through this huge list of numbers. I wonder if a scam like this can just get through the system and replace the sellers for the product. And that's kind of freaky how something that could actually be taking place on Amazon when it comes down to it. Because what was really interesting is that was the official Sapphire product. If you looked up a 7900 XTX on the market here, we could actually see that, 61 reviews. Somehow this was actually replacing the first party option that Sapphire, the graphics card maker, was actually putting out there. I don't know exactly how they do it, but this is kind of a fair warning, especially on Prime Day and stuff like that, when all these deals are taking place, to maybe use your head a little bit, that some deals could be a little bit too good to be true, especially when it's half price off of a pretty new graphics card that just, there's no way, right? But a little part of me was like, oh man, that sounds so cool. Like, I can't wait for that. And this also made me want to ask you guys what the heck was going on here. So I asked the Discord server, if you want to join that, it's in the description if you're interested. Just wanted to warn you guys, deals like this seem too good to be true. A 7900 XTX for $450. And Bepsi was like, oh yeah, it's a scam. Sussy 7900 XTX. And then Bepsi just sends this. It's like, that's what the seller is. The seller looks like this on Amazon. I don't think this is legitimate. Seller, trust me, bro. Ooh. I would hope, it seems like most people that are at least in the community here can realize that a deal like this is a scam, okay? And honestly, just doing a little bit of looking into it, it's pretty obvious that it is a scale just because of the seller. But the rest of it can look extremely official that it's kind of scary. Though I did show you guys some funny deals and some things to keep out for. I mainly wanted to make this to bring you guys awareness to those weird scenarios that can go on. There's obviously still some real deals with Amazon Prime Day and just like actually competitors like Newegg trying to drop prices. Some deals that I did find is like the RTX 3060 12GB graphics card going for $250 right now. This is from Nvidia. There is an RX 6800 going for $400 on Amazon Prime, though I think this deal might be up by the time I post this video. So if it is, then cool. And if it isn't, then I guess it is what it is. RX 7900 XT going for $700 now. This card started at $900 MSRP and it was freaking terrible at that price. But nowadays it's starting to actually look like a good deal. $700. If it launched at this price, it would be way better. And also the same story with the RTX 4060 Ti 16GB. This card was terrible launch at $500. And it's starting to look like an okay deal at $430. I'd like to see it under $400, but it's not bad at $430 right now. Probably the best deal that I've found also on Newegg is actually the RTX 4070. $530. Actually, with this promo code, you can get it for $520. Plus, you get a free game that is worth $60 with it, Alan Wake 2. And you could resell this if you want to make some money back for probably like 40 bucks or something like that. And that would basically make this card under $500 if you want to add up the value in a certain way. You might not end up playing this game or anything like that. Crazy value for the 4070, and that makes it very competitive against the 7800 XT, which goes for $500. Just some notable deals that I found, but I will have more in the description, so go ahead and check them out. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll have a good one, and peace.